So we are coming hot off the tails of the Xbox Game Showcase and the Summer Games Fest show. And during the Xbox Showcase, we all thought for a second we were going to get a Halo announcement when Phil Spencer said Gears of War, Forza, and a franchise that's been with us since the beginning. But it seems that we are not going to get anything Halo-related until 2026 for the 25-year anniversary of Xbox. This is assumingly going to be a remake of Halo Combat Evolved, but for the year 2025, what do we have to look forward to? We have the Hayabusa armor coming to, or the helmet at least, both SKUs coming to Halo Infinite, and that's really it, to be honest. Hidden Xperia did a few videos on it looking very sad. The state of Halo right now is pretty dire. This franchise has never been lower. If you look at Steam concurrent player counts for Halo Infinite, last time I checked, it was below 1,000 people. Master Chief Collection sitting at, just under 2,000, I think like 1,900 when I saw. We're in dire straits for something big, and I'm hopeful that this Halo Combat Evolved remake can be that thing. It's the 25th anniversary of Xbox. It's assumingly going to be on every platform. So I'm assuming it's going to be on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 5. So it's going to have the biggest player base it'll have. And hopefully, we can get a huge number of players playing Halo. So can they pull this remake off? I am very skeptical. Because I don't think it's possible to appease everyone. So if you made just a straight one-to-one recreation of Halo Combat Evolved, just with better graphics, like, the keeping the gameplay the same, you are not going to get a wider demographic to play it. Because even though I love Halo Combat Evolved, the weapon sandbox is far too unbalanced. It just doesn't feel as good as modern shooters. Like, for instance, if they remade Halo 3 and just kept the gameplay the same, I think it would be perfect, because Halo 3's gameplay is perfected FPS in my opinion, but Halo Combat Evolved is kind of rough around the edges, and you would not get a new demographic to play. But if you make too much changes to the gameplay, let's say you alter the pistol, you alter how some of the weapons work, you alter the movement a little bit, the hardcore Halo fans, especially the fans of Combat Evolved, are going to be outraged by it. So I don't really see how this is going to work in the long run. Halo Studios has to walk like the finest tightrope between making an older game feel new and appeal to modern FPS players and modern FPS standards while staying true to what made Halo Combat Evolved so great. And that is something that's going to be really hard to do, because in my opinion, Combat Evolved is the most distinct game out of all of them. Like, Halo 2 and 3 are different, but they are far more similar to each other than Halo Combat Evolved is to 2 or 3. Like, it is a very unique experience, and it's something that is not everyone's cup of tea. It's extremely unbalanced. Like, it is a party game at its finest. It's that quote where they said we wanted to make an FPS party game, not a competitive shooter. That game signifies that more than any other Halo game. Now, with all that being said, I do think that this is going to be a successful thing. Like, I think the Combat Evolved remake, I think they're going to be able to walk that tightrope, and obviously some people are going to be upset. The hardcore Combat Evolved fans are not going to be happy with any changes. And some of the newer FPS fans might not be fully happy, because I don't think they're going to go full modernized movement and all that stuff. So I think this is going to hit just the right chord, that it makes most of the classic Halo fans happy, but it modernizes it enough to make a lot of the newer FPS fans happy. And I think that's going to be a really good and healthy player count, especially with it being on PS5, PC, and Xbox. Maybe even Switch too, who knows? Probably not, but you never know. But I think it's going to strike that balance, and I think it's going to be as big as like Call of Duty or Fortnite or something like that. No. But it will be far more successful than Infinite and Master Chief Collection is right now. And it's going to be the perfect springboard to reintroduce this franchise to people, or just introduce like PlayStation fans to it for the first time. And when that inevitable new Halo game comes out, hopefully they've learned all the lessons from Master Chief Collection and Halo Infinite, and hopefully they maybe learn some lessons and see what people like and dislike with this Combat Evolved remake to be able to make a great Halo game sometime maybe in 2028 or, hopefully, 2027. That would be great. But ultimately, I think this is the perfect testing bed to get PlayStation players interested in the franchise and just to see what the players like. Just, try out new things, get feedback. So that way, when the inevitable next Halo that's after Infinite comes out, it can launch in the best state possible and hopefully revitalize this franchise and get it back to the glory that it used to have.